time. Today, I want to take you on a journey of self-discovery, where both introverted and extroverted side of my personality meet, and how coffee became the language that helped me to grow in life. By nature, I'm an introverted person. Along my barista journey, I began practicing extroverted traits. It did not change who I am, but simply extended how I aspire to grow in life. So today, I brought you two contrasting coffee, each chosen to represent the different side of my personality. For our first coffee today, over here on your left, is a Panamanian geisha. It's delicate and elegant, representing my introverted side. The second coffee, on your right over there, is a Malaysian Liberica. It's bold and expressive, representing the extroverted side I practice to be. Along the way, I'll take you through 3 stages of my journey, starting with acknowledge, practice, and transform, which I'll take you through 3 stages, starting with the espresso course, to milk coffee, and signature beverage course. So let's begin. For my espresso course, it's about acknowledging my core as an introvert. I brought you a natural processed geisha from Finca Nuguo, produced by Jose Gallardo, who focuses on terroir and also processes it with a clear intention to highlight the characteristic of its variety. So firstly, the cherries went through a 3 days natural fermentation in a blue tank. Then, the cherries are slow dried in a controlled temperature room of 22 degrees Celsius to 11% moisture. Now that contributes to its vibrant acidity and also a smooth texture. Now for me to highlight those characteristics of geisha, 20 grams in to 46 grams out, at 92 degrees Celsius, that will bring you these flavors. So please write down. You will get orange, honey, and an orange blossom floral aftertaste. The texture, it's smooth and juicy. When I serve you the espresso shortly, please hold off from drinking. Only assess the crema, as I have special instruction for you. Now this coffee reflects integrity, where both clarity and balance comes from honest farming, careful fermentation, and a process that stays true to its character. It is a reflection of my personality, to stay true and acknowledge who I truly am. This espresso course is the best representation of my personality. Now judges, please stir the espresso front to back for 5 times and put a used spoon in a metal cup. Please enjoy. Judges, you guys ready? All right. Now in my milk course today, I want to share how I practice extroverted traits while staying rooted to my introverted core. So I begin practicing small and intentional steps by starting conversations and also sharing my thoughts openly. So I've created a blend that brings together that character with my geisha and also the Liberica today. So this coffee you will taste this coffee later in the signature beverage course as well, this blend as well. Now that leads me to Jason, who coincidentally have the same name as myself. He's the producer of a Malaysian Liberica coffee back home in Malaysia. Traditionally, Liberica is known for its intense herbaceous aftertaste while carrying a lot of sweetness. For many years, Jason has been focusing on intentional fermentation to improve the cup quality. The result is our coffee we have today. So firstly, the cherries went through a thermal shock to sterilize the surface bacteria. Then we add in Saccharomyces yeast to ferment anaerobically for 48 hours, giving it a fruity character. Now the transformation is where the drying stage happens. The cherries are slow dried in a controlled temperature room with constant red light. Now that helps to reduce the herbaceous aftertaste by controlling the yeast activities. The result of this process is a cleaner cup of coffee, revealing more of its expressive tropical fruit notes. So in my blend today, 5 grams of Liberica to translate those tropical fruit notes into pineapple tart. 15 grams of geisha to provide an overall structure to my milk beverage, and extracting 36 grams out to achieve a harmonious taste balance with my milk. This blend that I created today represents myself. When I began practicing small portions of extroverted traits, while keeping the core of my introverted nature, through this balance, I was able to discover new possibilities in achieving personal growth. So with the same idea, I've created a milk blend. 7 parts of fresh milk as the base, which I freeze distilled to 30% reduction. 2 parts of coconut milk for its velvety texture, and 1 part of oat milk to bridge everything together. Now, with 1 part of espresso to 4 parts of milk brings you these flavors. You will get pineapple jam, salted cashew, and butter cookies. The texture, it's creamy and mouth coating. This one's for you, and please enjoy. Now in 2015, when I stepped onto WBC stage for the first time, I realized that coffee was my language. As I practiced to be more expressive through coffee, it gave me the courage to step out of my comfort zone and begin to connect with people. And this one is for you. Please enjoy. This blend in my milk course today represents that journey. With the bold and expressive characteristic of the Liberica, when blended at the right ratio with my geisha, it uplifts the drinking experience. And this one is for you. Please enjoy. Last but not least, this one for you. I think you will love this milk beverage. Paragon. Please enjoy. Right, are you guys ready? Now, in my espresso course, I acknowledge my core as an introvert. In my milk course, I shared how I practice extroverted traits through intentional change. Now, in this signature beverage course, these two paths unite. When growth is built upon that foundation, transformation happens. So I've created a beverage that brings together both my introvert and extrovert personality. So divided into two parts. The first part reflects my introverted side from a berry shrub. So the maceration process with sugar takes time and patience. And I chose raspberry and blueberry for its delicate malic qualities. Together, it carries a layered and elegant characteristic. So prepare using 50 grams of each raspberry, blueberry, and white sugar. Macerated for 24 hours at room temperature, straining it, and I'm adding 32 grams in with my espresso earlier. Now, when combined with the espresso, it transforms into flavors of cherries and roselle. Now, the second part reflects my extroverted side from an aromatic infusion. So I've chose vanilla bean, grapefruit peel, and juniper berry for its aromatic lift, as aroma sets the first impression, making it an expressive characteristic. So prepare using 3 grams of each juniper berry, grapefruit peel, and vanilla bean to 200 grams of water. Sous-vide at 60 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes, straining it, and I'm adding 170 grams into the charger. When combined with my espresso, it transforms into flavors of blood orange. Now I've also charged it with CO2 to create an effervescence-like sparkle on the palate to uplift the drinking experience. Now I've chilled my espresso earlier as well to lift up the vibrancy and adjusted the recipe in this course by reducing the Liberica to 2 grams to complement with the expressive characteristic of my aromatic infusion, and increase the geisha to 18 grams to provide an overall structure for this drink. Now, the heart of this beverage is transformation. To me, my transformation is when I acknowledge both traits while practicing each with intention. This drink reflects that journey. Where both traits combine, it creates new experience. So this drink will be served slightly chilled at 15 degrees Celsius. And I would like you to experience this in 2 sips. Please take in the aroma before drinking each sip for the best perceived flavor. It carries an effervescence-like sparkle on the palate with a smooth finish. Together, it has flavors of blood orange, cherries, and roselle. And I would like you to take a sip of water just to cleanse your palate before drinking this. Now when I serve you, please hold off from drinking until I call time. Today, I've come to realize that personalities are shaped by intention and purpose, very much like specialty coffee itself. The way we process the Liberica with care shows that intention brings out its best, while a terroir-driven geisha reminds us to honor the core of who we are. From this, I take inspiration to acknowledge my core, to practice growth with intentional change, and to transform into a better version of myself. Please enjoy the beverage, and that's my time.